It is the championship matchup between Pennington and Stewart in this Peddie School girls tip-off to start the season. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Play-by-Play Sports Network's coverage of this championship game. I'm Corey Cohen with you on the broadcast. We've got a good one for you today, again between the Pennington Red Raiders and the Stewart Titans. We are just about ready to get started here between these two squads. They both won their semifinal matchups yesterday, and we now go live to the court for the tip-off between Pennington and Stewart. And we are underway. The Red Raiders of Pennington, listed as the home team, they're wearing white. Stewart Country Day, the Tartans, are in black and green. First three of the game made by Carly Rice. And now the Tartans bringing the ball up the floor. It's Nia Melvin who's starting, along with Madeline Michaels, Jalen Spalding, Jasmine Hensford, and Bayshana Clark. For Pennington, the starters are Diamond Christian, Carly Rice, Dana Kiefer, Ayana Johnson, and Leah Johnson. Ball with Michaels. Now Melvin passes inside underneath to Clark. Gives it up. They pass back out. Off the glass, and the basket's good. Stewart is on the board here after 2 points from Jalen Spalding. She led the way for Stewart yesterday, as there we see a foul. Spalding had 10 points for Stewart. Had an excellent game. So it is 3-2, Pennington on top. Stewart with the ball here. Hansford now underneath to Clark. And it's turned over, given away to Diamond Christian. Christian starts to drive, goes up. She's fouled in the process and will head to the line to shoot two. Christian, a junior. One of the smaller players on the team, listed at just 5'5", but she is a true point guard and can really handle the ball. And the second shot good. So here are the Tartans. Melvin. In the corner, Clark from long range is off the mark, and it's recovered by Christian. Rice takes a long distance three. That is off the rim. Offensive rebound. The putback no good. Last touch off of Pennington. It'll be Stewart basketball. About 2 minutes into this contest, the runner, air ball, and that'll be Red Raiders basketball. Kiefer, now Christian. Underneath the basket, it's Leah Johnson who scores. Pennington basketball. That is off the putback for Leah Johnson, is good. The Red Raiders coming back up. Leah Johnson again in the post. She gets fouled and one. First substitution of the game. And the free throw good for Leah Johnson. She's had a heck of a day thus far in the post using her size. Pass back out. And here comes Pennington on the fast break. Little too forward, though, for Carly Rice. And it'll be a turnover, Stewart basketball. 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Pennington leading 11-2. That shot is off the mark. Leah Johnson with another board. She has been the difference maker thus far for the Red Raiders. Rice back to Christian. In the corner, it's Kiefer who takes the three. Too strong. Johnson goes back up. She misses. Now Leah Johnson finishes. Leah Johnson, have yourself a day, and we are just a couple minutes in to this first quarter. And a timeout called by head coach Justin Leith of Stewart. His team struggling, down 13-2 early here with 3:36 remaining in the first quarter. Just a dominant performance thus far from Leah Johnson. Take a look at the two coaches for these programs. Leith, who called the timeout in his 4th season. Eckerson in his 5th year with Pennington. And you see defending state champs 2 years in a row in Prep B. They're moving over to Prep A, so we'll see if they can conquer that territory as well. But just an unbelievable run that Pennington has had. And they're starting out well here early in the season. It is 13-2. With the Red Raiders on top. Stewart looking to respond. Aaliyah James now into the ball game. Melvin to James. In and out. Stewart just not getting the breaks they need thus far. Gary. Back to Rice. Here's Kiefer. Kiefer for three. Off the rim. Offensive rebound for Ayanna Johnson. She can't score, though. Stewart looking to move on the fast break. It is 2 on 4. An unfriendly roll off the rim. And now back out to Carly Rice. Rice has some room, takes the three, and drains it. 16-2 lead for Pennington here in the championship game of the Peddie School Tip-Off Tournament. In the post for Clark, takes a shot from the elbow. That misses. Boy, Stewart really struggling here. Nice fan contingent, though, from the Tartans. They've got a lot of people here coming from just up the road in Princeton. Passing it around the arc. Rice. Now Kiefer. Underneath to Johnson. Back out to Rice for a deep three. Not quite. And Spalding just lets it bounce out of bounds. 1:39 remaining here in the first quarter. Brooke Morales checks in for the Tartans. Clark will take a seat on the bench for now. Stewart looking for some room inside. Instead, they go back out to James. Approaching a minute remaining in the first quarter. Melvin into the lane, takes a jumper. That's off the rim. The rebound again for Pennington. Now Sofia Kavulic into the basketball game. That pass is tipped. It will stay with the Red Raiders. Here's Rice. Turnover. Hansford has the ball for Stewart. They're looking to move quickly. That shot way off the mark. And another turnover. Tartans basketball. They push the pace yet again. Just over 20 seconds. Some room now for Melvin. She's fouled and will head to the line to shoot two. (16-3) now the score. Clark coming back in for the Tartans. Second shot misses. 16-3, approaching the end of the first quarter. Little full court pressure here coming from Stewart. 10 seconds now left in the first. Cross-court pass. Rice, the extra pass. They are really moving the ball around. Johnson uses the glass, misses. Johnson gets her own rebound and scores as the buzzer goes off. 2 points for Ayanna Johnson to finish out the first quarter. It is 18-3 here at the end of one. So score 18-3, just unbelievable what Pennington has been able to do thus far. Started from a huge performance from Leah Johnson, who just dominated on the offensive and defensive ends in the post. And then it was picked up by players like Carly Rice shooting from the outside, and Ayanna Johnson. We saw the 2 points towards the end of the quarter, right as the buzzer went off. Again, you are watching the championship game here from the Peddie School Girls Tip-Off Tournament in Hightstown, New Jersey. I'm Corey Cohen with you. 18-3 is the score. Pennington on top. As we're about to enter the second quarter. And certainly for head coach Jeff Eckerson of Pennington, he's got to be mighty pleased with what he saw in the first 8 minutes of this contest. Stewart will start with possession here. And they're currently fixing the clock. They have it as 80 minutes instead of 8. So we'll see if they can work that out. Emma Gary now into the game for Pennington. She's talking it over with the assistant coach, Holly Jones, for the Red Raiders. And there we go. Clock is all set. Clark back onto the court for the Tartans. She had 16 points yesterday in the semifinal matchup. And so now it actually looks like they reset the scoreboard, so now they have to get it back, the points-wise at least, to the present score of 18-3. It was a thrilling game against the home team, Peddie, yesterday in the semifinals. Stewart was back and forth with Peddie, and at the end, they got the victory 44-43. Peddie, by the way, just lost in the consolation match to Loomis. So in their own tip-off tournament, they placed 4th. Loomis coming down from Connecticut in 3rd. And Stewart, who just escaped Peddie, now trailing mightily in this championship matchup. For Pennington, it was a different story yesterday, as we see the first foul shot of 2 go in for Nia Melvin. The Red Raiders dominated their contest yesterday, 52-37 over Loomis. Just goes to show you how great of a team Pennington is. So here come the Red Raiders. Ball in the paint with Johnson, passes back out, right back underneath to Johnson, double teamed, somehow keeps possession. Christian driving in the corner, a 3 from Kiefer is off. 18-4 here at the start of the second quarter. Aaliyah James. Now Clark on the baseline. A 3 from Spalding, count it. Spalding, one of the 2 difference makers in the semifinal game yesterday, her and Clark. They'll need those 2 if they get going. And here's Spalding with a clean steal. 1-on-2 break. Misses though. Clark will keep it for the Tartans. She is fouled. And Bayshana Clark will head to the line to shoot 2. Misses the front end. Vulic takes a seat on the bench. She's clearly frustrated with herself after allowing a turnover. Second shot from Clark is good. So they've cut it to a 10-point deficit here just over a minute into the second quarter. We'll see if this full court press keeps up for Stewart. It's worked out well for them thus far. Christian with some room in the lane. Too strong on the layup. Melvin pushing the pace across to Spalding. Jump ball. And possession arrow points toward the Red Raiders. Some room now for Gary. Cross the court to Christian. Now Kiefer back to Christian. Thinks about it. Instead, Rice takes the 3 off the rim. Offensive rebound for Kiefer. Puts it back up. That misses. Johnson with a rebound, and that time she's fouled. And will go to the line for 2. First shot misses. Ayanna Johnson, one of the taller players on the team, standing at 5'11". Uses the glass, makes the second. And here comes the tallest player on the team, Leah Johnson, back into the game for Pennington. Ayanna Johnson takes a seat on the bench. So here come the Tartans, trailing 19-8. Melvin, now James. A screen set by Aaliyah James. Melvin goes center. Misses the shot. The putback, though, good for Brooke Morales. Single-digit game for the first time since early in the first quarter. Rice in the corner to Christian. Plenty of time, but she cannot make the basket. And a foul called against Stewart, so it will stay with the Red Raiders. James, nice pass out to Rice, who misses the open jumper. Stewart looking to cut the deficit. Melvin, now the ball with Martin. That's off the rim. Rebound for the point guard, Diamond Christian. Kiefer back to Christian. Under 5 to go before the half. Plenty of room for Christian, but she misses. Aaliyah James. Now Melvin. She could try again. Goes up, she's fouled, and will head to the line to shoot 2. Ayana Johnson coming back into the game for Pennington. Collected by Johnson. Underneath, Leah Johnson again, the difference maker in the post. Back to a double-digit ball game. Bayshana Clark misses the putback. That's stuck between the backboard and the rim, called a jump ball, and it will stay with Stewart. So Clark takes a seat on the bench. And they're going to need her in this game. She's effective, and she's the only counter, really, to Leah Johnson from Pennington. So now we get to see a rousing game of trying to get the ball unstuck. And they succeed. The ref having fun with it. Stewart will get a baseline inbound play. Spalding finds James on the outside. Spalding, her foot was on the line. Doesn't matter, she missed. Christian looking to move quickly. Thought about slowing down, sped right back up and finishes for the 2 points. 23-10, Pennington, after a slow start in the second quarter, getting back into it. Shot and misses from Stewart. Rice with some room on the near side. In the lane. A foul called against Spalding. She thought she had a clean block. Got a little too much of Carly Rice, senior guard for Pennington, and that'll put Rice at the line for 2 tries. First shot good. Under 4 minutes remaining before the half. Pennington has pretty much dominated this contest thus far in this championship game in the Peddie tip-off tournament to start the season. Melvin. Three and a half to go. Aaliyah James for 3. Too much. Nice rebound effort there from Carly Rice. Muscled some other players off the ball. Christian back to Rice. Rice for a deep 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound brought in by Spalding. It's 2 on 3. Spalding will push it. Creates some space. Misses the layup, though. jump ball possession arrow points to Pennington. Couple substitutions here. Diamond Christian will take a seat on the bench in favor of Sofia Kavulich. Pennington breaks the full court press. Johnson to Johnson. They pass back out though. Rice underneath to Leah Johnson. Uses the glass too short. Gets her own board. That time too strong. Some nice defense there by the Tartans to swarm Leah Johnson in the lane. An open three. Misses. Nice work from Carly Rice after grabbing the board to get out of there before another jump ball is called. Rice puts it up. That's off. Offensive rebound. Leah Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll be Stewart basketball. So 0 for 3 on attempts that time. Go the Red Raiders. Ball back with Stewart Country Day, 25-10. Dana Kiefer coming back into the match. And Ayanna Johnson taking a seat on the bench. Jasmine Hansford, one of the starters for Stewart, re-entering the game. The runner is no good. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. That is off. Brought in by Carly Rice. Foul there called against Pennington. 1:20 to go here in the second. Stewart trailing 15 and looks back to her coach Justin Leith, who says, go, make a play. She's blocked in the lane. The putback, another block. And kept in bounds, but over to Kavulich of the Red Raiders. Under a minute to go. Pennington seeming to play with a quicker pace than Stewart. That shot is off. But the offensive rebound for Kavulich. Ball will stay with Pennington. Kiefer underneath to Ayanna Johnson, back out. Rice takes another deep three. She's high risk, high reward. She'll miss plenty, but she can make them from that range as well. Pennington moving the ball around here. A runner from Rice uses the glass and scores. Not much time left for Stewart. They've got to hurry up. Under 10 seconds to play in the half. Melvin takes a shot with 4 left on the clock and makes it. And that is the half. 27-12 is the score. And so another powerful half from the Pennington Red Raiders. powerful quarter, excuse me. And at the half, the score 27-12, Pennington leading here at halftime in the Peddie Tip-Off Tournament Championship game. We'll take a break here for the half. We'll come back with all the action of half number 2. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the championship of the Peddie School Tip-Off Tournament live on Play by Play Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the championship game of the Peddie School Tip-Off Tournament. Live from Hightstown, New Jersey on Play-by-Play Sports Network. I'm Corey Cohen. With you on the broadcast. And at the half, the score is 27-12, Pennington leading Stuart. The Tartans wearing the black uniforms, now heading from the right side of your screen to the left. A foul shot there. We'll put Stuart at the line. The Red Raiders of Pennington listed as the home team. They're heading now from the left side of your screen to the right. First shot good for Bayshana Clark, who did very well in the first half. So just starting this third quarter, second shot misses from the championship game. Pennington has looked great thus far. Again, we're coming to you live from the Peddie School in Hightstown, New Jersey. I'm Corey Cohen with you on the broadcast. Tom Bianco on camera. An open three for Diamond Christian. Not enough. Nia Melvin. Pass interrupted. Now Hansford off the front of the rim. Rebound is loose and collected by Melvin. Here's a three from Spalding. She misses. Rebound for the Red Raiders. Diamond Christian moving quickly. Trying to drive the baseline. No room, but last touch off of the Tartans. And the ball will stay with Pennington. Inbound play to Ayanna Johnson. Now Leah Johnson, who scores yet again. She has been absolutely stellar thus far in the championship. Gets the rebound. Rice to Christian. Diamond Christian gets out of a jam. But a turnover. Careless pass from Kiefer. Spalding was there. Spalding blocked on the other end by Kiefer. No, they call a foul. Looked clean from this angle, but that'll put Stuart at the line, trailing 29-13. Interesting bounce, but it goes in. So here's Diamond Christian. Rice, another long distance three. That one goes in. She took plenty of them in the first half, missed quite a few. But again, she's high risk, high reward. Clark driving in the lane. That is off. Diamond Christian. Now Rice. Kiefer from long range. That's caught between the backboard and the rim. That ref gets it with the first bounce. If you're a fan of Pennington, we'll have them back on Play-by-Play Sports Network on December 15th when they face Germantown Academy in the Make-A-Wish Foundation Tournament. That'll be streamed live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Should be a great matchup. Pennington looking unbelievable. Germantown coached by current WNBA player. Here in the off-season for the WNBA. Leah Johnson misses there. Melvin off the mark. And a reach-in foul called against Nia Melvin. A little bit of a frustration foul there, as her team has less than half the points of Pennington right now. Pass to Ayanna Johnson, breaks the full court press. An open three for Rice. That's off the rim, but Leah Johnson there to clean it up. Goes right back up and scores yet again. Leah Johnson, just unbelievable. Stewart cannot stop her. Clark pulls back. Long distance two from Clark. That goes in. The ref pointing. It is a two. She had her foot on the three-point line. So 34-16 is the score. Pass tipped. Leah Johnson is there, though, and she's fouled by Clark. So Leah Johnson will head to the line for two. First shot goes in. Couple subs now for Stewart, as we see Jasmine Hansford and Madeline Michaels check back in. So a 20-point lead now for Pennington. Again, the two-time reigning champions in Prep B. They've moved to Prep A for this season, so we'll see what happens there. But this is one heck of a start for the Red Raiders. They're looking even more dominant today than they did yesterday in the semifinal against Loomis. That shot off the mark. Leah Johnson, though, yet again, an easy 2 points inside. And a turnover. Ayanna Johnson jumps early, gets the steal, and she's blocked from behind and will stay with Pennington. So nice effort from the Tartans. Diamond Christian takes a seat on the bench in favor of Sofia Kavulich. Rice to Johnson. Misses. Leah Johnson again cleans it up and scores. They have absolutely no answer for her. Leah Johnson has been dominant. Just an unbelievable performance. And her team leads 40-16. Ayanna Johnson underneath to Leah Johnson. Scores yet again. She is having a career game, and a timeout called by head coach Justin Leaf of Stewart Country Day. His team trailing 42-16 in this championship game. Leah Johnson just dominating the Tartans by herself. There's been some help from Christian and Rice and Kiefer and Ayanna Johnson, but Leah Johnson is single-handedly winning this game right now, and the score reflecting at 42-16. Take a look at the semifinals. The leading scorers that we saw yesterday, Diamond Christian had a big game in the semifinals, 18 points. Leah Johnson had 12, and she's certainly surpassing her own mark here today. But big performances yesterday from Christian and Rice, as well as Leah Johnson. Today, Christian and Rice have played well, but Leah Johnson just dominating on another level. Bayshana Clark and Spalding had solid games yesterday for Stewart. That got them here to the championship game. But they've been a little bit quieter thus far today. So 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Pennington School leading Stewart Country Day 42-16 in the championship. Again, I'm Corey Cohen with you on the broadcast. Tom Bianco is on camera. A shot now from Aaliyah James misses. Just an outstanding performance from the Red Raiders regardless, but then when you consider the fact that this is a championship game, it's unbelievable. Kavulich passes out. Kiefer from the elbow. Unfriendly roll, but the putback good for Ayanna Johnson. Pennington now leading 44-16. Their final score yesterday was 52-37. And Pennington, who dominated the first quarter 18-3, might even eclipse that here in terms of margin and scoring with what they've been able to do in the third quarter. A miscommunication, Leah Johnson not looking. So Stewart moving quickly in open space. It's Nia Melvin. Johnson driving the baseline, plenty of room for her, and she scores. So this is now the highest scoring quarter of the day for Pennington. 19 points just in the third. They scored 18 in the first. And it's been pretty much one-sided from then on. Nice basket from Jasmine Hansford. So Jasmine now in the game. Under a minute to play in the third. 46-20, Pennington leads. Leah Johnson triple teamed, finds Kiefer outside who misses. Rebound for Spalding. Aaliyah James for three. About a half a minute to play here in the third quarter, and a foul called against the Tartans. 27.4 to go. Tara McCracken checking in for the first time today for the Red Raiders. Leah Johnson takes a seat on the bench, having a career performance. So Pennington can pretty much hold for the final shot if they'd like. But they're moving the ball around. Whatever good shot comes, they'll take it. Now under 10 seconds to go, rolls out of bounds. Last touch off of Stewart. The Red Raiders will have 7.1 seconds to try to score before the end of the third. Rice. Underneath, Carly Rice puts it up at the buzzer, off the rim. And that is the end of the third quarter. 46-20 is the score with Pennington on top. Just a dominant third quarter and a dominant afternoon thus far for the Red Raiders. Again, we take a look at the two coaches. Jeff Eckerson, just an unbelievable coach. Again, two-time defending state champs in Prep B. They're moving to Prep A this season, so we'll see how that goes. But if it's anything like this tip-off tournament has gone, I'd say it's going to be a pretty successful season. because they have been absolutely dominant in this Peddie tip-off tournament. Here in the championship game, they lead 46-20. And things are looking up for Coach Eckerson and his squad, looking like another successful season for the Red Raiders. So just about to begin the fourth quarter of action here. From Hightstown, New Jersey, I'm Corey Cohen with you on the broadcast, Tom Bianco on camera. Stewart will start with the ball here, again wearing the black uniforms, the Red Raiders, the home team wearing white. Both teams coming from nearby, so they've got a nice collection of fans from Pennington. They're just coming from Pennington, New Jersey, not too far up the road, and Stewart coming over from Princeton, also just a few minutes away. Plenty of talent here in Central Jersey. But Pennington might have a disproportionate amount the way they've looked. Shot no good from Aaliyah James. Now underneath to Martin, and she scores. Miscommunication there between Diamond Christian and Sofia Kavulich. So they let that ball bounce out of bounds. Shot no good. Kiefer knocked out of play. It will stay with Pennington. Substitution here as we see Spalding take a seat on the bench. She's been frustrated today after having an excellent performance yesterday in the semifinal game. She struggled a bit today, though more it's been her team overall has struggled. That ball off of Kiefer. The runner, too short. Hansford from three. That's no good either, and Stewart has just struggled all day, missing field goals. Meanwhile, quite a few unforced errors here moving on late in the game. Third quarter now into the fourth for Pennington. They can afford them. They're up 46-22, but moving forward, that's not a habit you want to develop. Looks like Johnson had her foot on the line when she touched the ball last. Stewart will inbound from the baseline here. Martin out to Emily Dunn. A deep two from Melvin, rims out. Christian would do well to slow things down here. Kavulich back to Johnson. Kavulich driving. That is off the offensive rebound. No! An over-the-back foul against Ayanna Johnson, and it looks certainly like the right call. As it's one thing if you have positioning or if you use your height, but in that case it did look like Ayanna Johnson reached over the back. So Ayanna Johnson takes a seat on the bench. Leah Johnson comes back in. James Hansford. Hansford gets the ball right back. Melvin to James, who is driving. Now Martin misses. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the championship game. Underneath again, Leah Johnson puts it home for 2. Again, yesterday the Pennington School won the semifinal matchup against Loomis 52-37. Stewart won their semifinal 44-43. So they eked out a close win. Foot was on the line, and so Nia Melvin turns it over. It'll be Red Raiders basketball. So Pennington today, certainly a better defensive performance than yesterday in the semifinal. Though, to be fair, part of that is that Stewart, they have just been struggling to make shots. Travel called there against Emma Gary, no doubt about it. So even when the Tartans have had open shots, they just have not been able to find the net. Another missed shot from Stewart Country Day. And a foul there called against Jasmine Hansford. Amy Gary checks back in for Pennington. And a foul called against Stewart there as Gary set the screen and was hit pretty hard. About 3.5 to go. Here in regulation. Turnover. Clark pushing the tempo. Now a jumper from Martin, and that misses. A scrum, jump ball is called, possession arrow points toward the Red Raiders. Shot taken by Clark off the front of the rim, and it's collected by Leah Johnson. Who else? And so Leah Johnson will take a seat on the bench. That looks to be her day. And that would complete just an absolutely unreal day here in the championship game of the Peddie tip-off tournament. Leah Johnson pretty much single-handedly won her team this championship. (48-22) the score here. Pennington on top of Stewart Country Day. All the starters out of the game for Pennington. And the fans go wild for a basket from a player who doesn't typically get time on the court. But here with a 50-22 lead, Coach Eckerson has put in the reserves. Ball was loose and picked up by Gary. Pass forward to Luisa Andrade. Two minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this contest. Pennington still has more than twice the score of the Tartans. Just an unbelievable performance from the Pennington school. Inbound coming here from the Tartans. Not much time there. Last touch off of Pennington. It will stay with the Tartans. Inside. And Martin finishes. 50-24 now the score. In just a dominant performance. Tara McCracken now, the extra pass, the shot, that misses. And they might not eclipse their offensive performance from yesterday when they scored 52, but that's not because they couldn't. It's because they put the reserves in for the last 4 or so minutes of this game. The way that Pennington was playing, they could do pretty much anything they wanted in this one. Luisa Andrade with some room, the extra pass. Now McCracken, they were hoping she could score. Doesn't find the bottom of the net there. .7 seconds remaining. So now 2 shots at the line for Pennington. Under 30 seconds remaining. And no foul call, but instead on Pennington, they stepped out of bounds. So in the final seconds of this contest, no final basket. Bit of a hard foul. Stewart will hold on. So Pennington just scoring 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Again, not for lack of trying. They pulled their starters almost instantly. And that will do it. The Pennington School has won the Peddie Tip-Off Tournament, defeating Stewart Country Day by a final score of 50-26. And the Red Raiders have started their season off with a tournament victory. They beat Loomis yesterday in the semifinals 52-37, and today absolutely dominating Stewart Country Day. Final score 50-26. And honestly, it wasn't even that close. Nice effort from the Tartans. They'll learn from this one and move forward with their season. But for the Pennington School, this will yet again be one of, if not the top teams in the state. And Coach Eckerson has to be incredibly pleased with what he saw here. So the trophy presentation about to begin for Pennington. Leah Johnson having a dominant performance for the Red Raiders. And nice performances pretty much all around. Carly Rice played very well both days. Ayanna Johnson, Diamond Christian, Dana Kiefer, and others. But certainly Leah Johnson was unstoppable in every way here this afternoon, delivering her team a championship trophy to kick off this 2017-2018 campaign. Back-to-back Prep B state champions. They're now in Prep A. We'll see if they can win another state title. But for Coach Eckerson and the Red Raiders, just a dominant performance to start. So that'll be it for our end of the broadcast. We will send it down to the trophy presentation. Again, we'll have Pennington on December 15th, so make sure you tune into that as they take on Germantown Academy. But again, one final time, we'll sign off, send it down to the trophy presentation. Pennington School defeats Stewart Country Day 50-26 here in the championship of the Peddie Tip-Off Tournament. One final time for our cameraman, Tom Bianco, I'm Corey Cohen, signing off from the Play-by-Play Sports Network.